What's up, everybody? I was doing a little thrift hunting the other day and I picked up some video games, a board game, and a random toy. Let's take a look at what I got. The Ant Bully came out along with the animated movie of the same title. The gameplay follows the plot of the movie. Now, I've never played this game before, so I just went through the first few missions to check it out. The first mission starts out in the hatching chamber, where you collect pupas and toss them like basketballs into some sort of orifice. After collecting and tossing 4 of them, you get to grab your staff and learn to fight. After killing off all the bugs, your mission is complete. Then you talk to some ants, you end up in the meeting room. This is where you choose your next mission. So I took on another mission killing pillabugs, and then another killing predator bugs to save the caterpillars. I'm sensing a theme going on here. I also like the inclusion of the map in the lower left corner, or is it perhaps a map to your small intestine? The game is pretty fun. I'll definitely have to finish this one. ATV2 Quad Power Racing is an ATV racing game most known for including 3-wheel ATVs. Remember those death traps from the 70s and 80s? Of course they were called ATCs back then. All-terrain crush your nuts. Remember the Big Red? Good times. So the game features original characters as well as professional riders. There are 15 different tracks set in several types of terrains as well as several gameplay modes. Cars based off the movie is a pretty fun racing game. There's a variety of racing including road races, the Piston Cup, which is oval track racing, and various mini games. Put all that into the open world gameplay and you can really run amok and have some fun. I also have to mention the soundtrack is pretty good as well. It makes the game that much better. Super Trucks Racing. Okay, I didn't even know this was a thing. A racing modified semi-truck seems like a good idea to me. There are several different game modes to choose from: single race, championship, arcade, time trial, and versus mode. I've never played this before, so I just went with the arcade mode for a quick race. Right away you can see the trucks are pretty cool, and there's several to choose from. First thing I noticed was it was very hard to control. It felt like racing a truck. Maybe that's the point? After a while I got used to the controls and managed to finish a race with a second to spare. Tetris Worlds. What can I say? It's Tetris. However, there's some interesting variety. You have 2 game modes to choose from, story mode and arcade. Let's take a look at arcade mode first. The first thing I did was turn off ghost mode. Ghost mode shows where your piece is going to land. I don't like it. I find it confusing and a little like cheating. You have 6 variants to choose from, 7 if you count learning mode, which is for complete noobs. So there's Tetris, Square Tetris, Cascade, Sticky, Hotline, and Fusion. So first thing you'll notice is you have a 2-minute timer to complete the amount of lines needed to progress to the next level. Every level the lines increase, but the timer remains at 2 minutes. So I very quickly realized by level 5 I could no longer progress, because apparently I suck at Tetris and should have played the aforementioned learning mode. So after reading the manual I learned you can earn bonus points, which are additional cleared lines for doubles, triples, Tetrises, and back-to-back Tetrises. In story mode you play as a Mino in 6 different worlds, which are the same 6 variants in arcade mode: Tetris, Square, Cascade, Sticky, Hotline, and Fusion. The backstory is you're trying to rescue your Mino pals in order to save the planet or some crap like that. Sumo King Wrestler. I had no idea what this was when I picked it up, but for $2, how could I resist? So after a little search, I found these things are sold in pairs for full-on RC sumo fighting action. A little more searching revealed sumo toys are pretty popular apparently. I mean, who are the people buying these things? That leads me to the next item I was excited to find, until I realized why it ended up in a thrift store. The Andy Griffith Show trivia game. The rules are simple enough. Roll the die, move the number of spaces, attempt to answer the question for the category you landed on. Then everything goes to shit. The questions are friggin' impossible. Name the female reporter who wrote an undercover story on Andy. How the fuck am I supposed to know? The game is clearly made for die-hard Andy Griffith Show fans. However, the game board is nice. There's an ample amount of question cards you can't answer, and it has really nice box art. Okay, let's get back to some video games. I picked up 3 complete in-box SNES games, or did I? So this particular thrift store doesn't list prices for video games. They are mixed with the DVD and VHS tapes, and the tapes are only 25 cents. So I looked for a suitable VHS tape and stumbled across Ed Wood starring Johnny Depp. If you've never seen this, you need to. It's a biographical comedy drama about cult filmmaker Ed Wood. He made low-budget sci-fi horror comedy films. He was said to be the worst director of all time. He's proof anyone with a camera can make a movie.
Perfect. Print it. Let's.
If you're a lover of cult classic films, I highly recommend watching this as well as all of Ed Wood's actual movies, Glen or Glenda being one of my favorites. So back to the thrift store. I placed the VHS tape on top of the boxed games, not knowing how much they were, figuring they look about the same size. 4 VHS tapes, please. Wouldn't you know it, I got them for 25 cents as well. Now, this being a charitable thrift store, I felt a little guilty until they asked if I wanted to round up and donate the change, so I felt a little better. On to the rest of the games. I wasn't overly excited about any of them except Batman Forever. Let's take a look. At the start of the game, you have a couple of choices. I just went with normal game, and you can choose between Batman or Robin. It's a side-scrolling beat-em-up. The fighting feels a lot like Mortal Kombat. Nice job, Acclaim. I went through a few levels. I did like it. However, you do fight the same enemies over and over again. The only variety you'll find is that they have different names. I do like that they all have their own energy bar. All in all, it was fun, and I think I'll finish playing it. Super Caesar's Palace. You basically walk around and play various casino games till you lose all your money. After going broke, I didn't see an obvious way to get more, so I turned it off. NFL Quarterback Club 96. Pick your team, pick your quarterback, select to play. It's a football game. It was complete in box, so I had to rescue it. Well, that's all of it for today. Thanks for watching. Oh wait, I almost forgot. The chicken mug.